So you're thinking about moving to San Diego, California, but you're not quite sure what areas are going to be best for you. Maybe you want to be close to all the attractions that San Diego has to offer, like the beaches and downtown nightlife and all the restaurants, but you don't quite want to be in the thick of it, nor do you want to live in a tourist trap. Well, stick around because in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you one of the absolutely most centrally located towns here in San Diego, Clairemont, California. And if you're looking for something that's a little bit more family friendly in the suburbs, this is for you. So stick around. We're going to get after it right now. If this is your first time to the channel and you're looking to find out everything there is to know about living in San Diego, California before moving your family down here, well then make sure to subscribe to this channel and hit that notification so that you can learn everything there is to know before making your move. My name is Emily Benito. I'm a local real estate agent and a mom, and I help people every day just like you looking to make their move to San Diego, and I freaking love it. So whether you're looking to move in a week, a month, or a year, make sure to give me a call or just shoot me a text, or better yet, let's just jump on a Zoom so that I can help you and your family make a smooth move to San Diego. All right, so let's dive in. Clairemont is a very family-friendly neighborhood, centrally located, close to everything, but you're gonna have that suburban feel and really easy day-to-day life, especially if you have a family. It's got a mix of good schools and charter schools. Proximity is everything in Clairemont, and it is just a really great place to start off in San Diego. So first, let's get into the pros. All right, the number one pro of Clairemont is its proximity to everything. So it is in central San Diego. It is literally 10 to 15 minutes away from the beaches, Mission Bay, La Jolla, also really close to downtown San Diego. So whether you're working downtown or you're really into nightlife or just fine dining, downtown has amazing restaurants and bars and clubs. And also, if you travel often, you're only 10-15 minutes away from the airport, so it's an easy Uber ride. We're also really close to Balboa Park, which is only about 15 minutes south of Clairemont. And Balboa Park, fun fact, is the largest urban public park in all of the United States. And if you're not familiar with Balboa Park, it is a gorgeous park, 1,200 acres. You're gonna find museums and playgrounds, Japanese gardens, and they have events all year long. And San Diego Zoo is actually right next to Balboa Park. So it's absolutely gorgeous, surrounded by mountains. And again, it's only a 15-minute ride from Clairemont. And there are actually 3 major freeways that run through Clairemont, so it's really easy just to jet around. It's kind of like a grid. So running north and south, you can jump on the 5 freeway or the 805, and that'll take you all the way up to North County and take you all the way up to LA. And going south, you can take it straight down to TJ, which is a town right on the other side of the Mexican border. So it's super central. You can jump on the freeway and get around really fast and zip around. You also have access to the 8 freeway, which runs east and west, and the 52. Those 2 freeways run east and west, which allows you to jump on the freeway and head over to the mountains if you're looking to go hiking, or when we get some snow in the San Diego mountains. Yes, we do get snow, not enough to go skiing, but absolutely enough to go sledding. So talk more about that in some other videos, but East County does get snow when you go further east to Mount Laguna. All right, so let's talk about some of the beaches that are close to Clairemont. First, when you take Balboa down, you're gonna hit Mission Bay, which is a huge bay. It's actually, another fun fact, the largest man-made body of water in all of the United States. And it was created for a tourist attraction years ago when tourism went to the toilet. I think it was in the 50s or 60s. And so they wanted to really rejuvenate San Diego. So they created and built the Mission Bay. Mission Bay is amazing. It has a boardwalk that runs all the way along it. There's tons of playgrounds. So no matter how old your kiddos are, there's something for you to do. The bay itself is amazing for water sports and boating. And some people go fishing, but I think really it's just for all the fun water sports. And Mission Bay has Fiesta Island, which is not truly an island because there's a road that runs to it. So Fiesta Island allows for dogs to be off leash and running around. They allow for bonfires. So it's a really great place just to go and hang out and set up a barbecue and just have fun near the bay. On the other side of the bay, you're gonna find a couple beaches. You're gonna find Pacific Beach, Mission Beach, and La Jolla. And all those beaches are absolutely beautiful. The majority of them are family friendly. Pacific Beach in itself is a party town, so it's lined with bars and restaurants. You're gonna find a lot of college kids and people that are still single in their 20s and even 30s partying really hard during the day and at night. So I wouldn't say Pacific Beach in itself is very family friendly, but if you get all the way to the beaches, absolutely. Now, if you're a foodie, there are some amazing restaurants nearby as well. Communities like North Park and Normal Heights and downtown San Diego and Little Italy and even down by the harbor have amazing restaurants. And again, proximity-wise, you're only 15 minutes away. So whether you're loading up the kids in the car and going out for a bite to eat or want to just do a date night with the hubs and, take an Uber, it's really easy to have a balance between family life in the burbs and hitting the nightlife downtown because, again, Clairemont is really central and it helps to have that whole balance between adulting and parenting. So let's talk about the homes in Clairemont. Most of the homes in Clairemont were built in the 60s. So what that means is the homes were on the smaller side back then. And you're going to find homes between 1,000 square feet and maybe 1,900 square feet on the larger end. And home prices for a fixer-upper are going to be close to $900,000. And for a totally turnkey, renovated, flipped, beautiful, ready to go home, you're looking closer to $1.3 million. And the neighborhoods do have a mix of both. So you're going to find a nice home next to a home that still is in need of flipping. And that's just kind of what San Diego is. All right, you can't talk about San Diego without talking about the weather. And the weather in Clairemont is absolutely a pro. So we have mild temps year-round because you are so close to the coast. So you're really experiencing 60s and 70s all year long. It never gets too hot and it never gets too cold. The downside is because we are close to the coast when you're living in Clairemont, you're gonna experience also the overcast that comes from living near the beach. So you're gonna have your May grays and your June glooms, which is a term you hear often here in San Diego, which is basically it's overcast every day. And when you live that close to the coast, you have more overcast days than not. But if you are heat adverse, that is not a bad thing. You're going to get a mixed bag when it comes to the schools in Clairemont. There are some schools that are not that great, but there are some schools that are absolutely amazing at 10. Actually, Holmes is one of the best elementary schools in all of California, and it's right here in Clairemont. And there are actually some amazing charter schools right here in Clairemont as well. So if you want more information on schools, if that's something that's important to you, definitely reach out to me so I can share more information with you about that. If you're anything like me, having access to all the shopping centers and malls nearby is key. Because as moms, we're super busy wearing all the hats, and when I need to run errands, to be able to have things nearby is amazing. And Clairemont does not disappoint. We've got an amazing shopping center. We got an amazing Target shopping center. It's got Home Depot, Vons on the other across the street, which is a grocery store. So it's really easy to get all your errands done like that. And we are sandwiched between two of the best malls in all of San Diego. So Fashion Valley is only a few miles south of Clairemont. It's an open air mall and it has all the amazing stores. It has everything you could ask for. It's got your Nordy's, your Saks, your Bloomies, all of it. But it also has your Macy's. I think it has a JCPenney. I don't think it has. Yeah, I think it has a Sears. And then all the independent stores. It has a high-end wing with all the designer stores, but it also has a wing that has all your affordable Forever 21. So it's really great for everyone, and it has some great restaurants in there. And just a few miles north of Clairemont, you're going to find UTC Mall, which just went through a huge renovation over the past 5-6 years. It has everything from your everyday regular shops to your super high-end luxury stores. It has gyms like SoulCycle and 24-hour fitness, and it also has fine dining. So it's amazing that this mall is only 10 minutes from Clairemont. Again, sandwiched between Fashion Valley and the UTC Mall. So overall, I think Clairemont is absolutely one of the top neighborhoods to check out if you're looking for a suburban type feel, but close to everything. I don't think you're going to have proximity to all the attractions like you do in Clairemont, and you're not paying for the price tags that you would if you were closer to the city or in La Jolla, where home prices start at $2 million and up. So you're just right outside of that high ticket price point, but close to everything. So getting into a home for about $1.2 million, that's a total turnkey home, close to the city, close to the beaches, close to all the shopping and dining, but you still get all the feels of the suburbs and all the conveniences of living in the burbs. I think as Clairemont is just an amazing choice to consider when looking for a neighborhood here in San Diego. Now let's talk about the cons of living in Clairemont. So I mentioned that the weather is a pro, because it is. A lot of people love the temperate 60 and 70 degree weather. But on the flip side, because we are so close to the coast, like I mentioned, you do get a lot more overcast days. So you actually, if you're driving further east, 10 minutes east of Clairemont, you're going to have blue skies year round, and Clairemont is going to be affected like the coastal communities with the overcast. So that is something to consider if that is going to be an issue for you. A negative of Clairemont is that it was built in the 60s, and not all the homes and streets are perfectly tree-lined with green grass and manicured lawns. So if that is something that is really important to you, I don't think Clairemont was going to be a good fit. If you're looking for something that's more of an HOA community and everything looks picture perfect, you're probably going to want to head over to either Chula Vista community, which is down south, or maybe Poway, which is east, or in North County. That's where you're going to find that kind of HOA perfect picturesque neighborhood. The closer you go to the coast and the more central you are in San Diego, the older the neighborhoods, and you don't have the most amazing curb appeal, but you do get the most amazing location. Something else to consider is if you are looking for a home with a really large backyard, you're not going to find it in Clairemont. Your average square foot lot is about 5,000 to 6,000 square feet. And, you have to account part of that is your front lawn. And then you've got your home, which leaves a very small backyard, usually a yard big enough to have a great barbecue party. But if you're looking for something to throw a football in the backyard or have like a basketball court, then you're going to need to move further east where you get a lot more for your money and the lots are larger, because the closer you are to the coast, the smaller your backyard gets. Clairemont is not good for public transportation. We don't have a trolley stop that runs through Clairemont really. It's not really a walkable neighborhood. You do need a car to get around. So if that is something that is important to you, living in a walkable neighborhood or having easy access to public transportation, I do not think that Clairemont is going to be for you. Clairemont is definitely a community where you need a car to get around. So let's talk about traffic in Clairemont. Clairemont actually does not have traffic. The roads are fairly large and flowing, and because we're not in the tourist trap, you don't get a lot of people coming through there over the weekend. So during the day, you're totally fine. However, you are going to hit that rush hour traffic in the morning and in the evening. So if you need to commute, whether you're going downtown or up north, getting on the freeway is going to take you a little bit. So if traffic is something that is an issue for you, you should definitely map out what your commute would look like during the rush hour times to see if that's something you're going to be okay with. Clairemont is the burbs, so for the most part, you're getting a lot of chain restaurants, chain stores. There isn't a lot of boutiques or independent shops or restaurants or bars or anything like that. So just keep in mind, you are in the burbs, but again, you're just 10 minutes away from amazing restaurants in places like North Park, downtown, Little Italy, even PB and La Jolla. And last but not least, Clairemont is highly desirable. And so the downside of that is that it's hard to get into a home. Homes typically get multiple offers, go over ask, and they go quickly. I think right now in July 2023, there's like 8 homes in Clairemont for sale, and the lowest price is at $875, and that is a total fixer-upper, and on the high end at 1.3. Homes are averaging 1 to 2 weeks tops on the market. They get multiple offers and they move fast. So there you have it. Those are my pros and cons of Clairemont, and I'm sure I missed something. So please let me know in the comments what your favorite pros and cons of Clairemont are. And like I said in the beginning, if you're thinking about moving to San Diego and you're not quite sure what neighborhoods are going to be a good fit for you, give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me a message, or let's just jump on a Zoom so that I can learn more about you and your lifestyle and your budget, and I can help you make a smooth move to San Diego too.